Trump, you done goofed. I'm about to cyberbully again. Not really, though, okay? This is not even about Trump like that. It's more about, like, the biggest problem with this quote-unquote war is that, like, it hasn't actually begun. Let's not be, disingenuous here. Let's first be socially responsible by allowing everyone into my brain and helping them understand that I understand, yes, real people are going to be affected by this. Just because it's not at the front of your doorstep does not mean it's not happening somewhere else. I feel bad and pray for everyone in Iran, and I feel bad and pray for the soldiers whose feet are going to touch that soil. But the fuck that got to do with it? I used to grow up, and in grade school, my teachers would randomly have, like, soldiers come through. And I would look at these guys like, hey, that's a cool outfit you got on. You would tell me why he's got it. And I was like, why are you being honored then? I remember Buddy was in a wheelchair one time, and he was, like, walking, like, wow. Pushing himself, wheeling himself through the lane in between the desks. And he was telling us everything he was doing while having this, like, heavy army coat on. And I'm like, bro, I know this looks cool to you and everything like that, but aren't you hot? I never dealt with tragedy through extreme sadness, right? Humor always kept me a step above my emotions when it came to dealing with grief and trauma. So people shouldn't be too surprised that black people specifically, I know a lot of other people, want to throw your 2 cents in XYZ, but I gotta commend Twitter last night, right? Because I felt like that was the one moment where everyone was just together, like on the same page. Everyone was just like, we're kind of screwed, but it's kind of funny. The memes that have come out of this World War III thing are amazing. Like, I don't think I've ever legitimately, like, belly laughed at Twitter. And that happened last night. Like, I was looking, every single tweet was busting, every single one of them. I was like, yo, everybody's bodying this right now. And of course, you had some party poopers in the mix that were trying to, tell others not to joke about it, not to cope with it any other way than just taking it extremely seriously, as if you can do something about the fucking war starting or not from a Twitter account with 200 followers or with 600 million followers. It really wouldn't matter. What is me approaching this the way you want me to approach it gonna do to solve the actual problem? If everyone took the shit seriously, Iran could still be like, you know what? I'm getting sick of these niggas. The problem with World War III really isn't the fact that it's like a possibility, even though that's the biggest issue. It's the most obvious issue. The more underlying problems that are going to affect us, right now, before anything gets confirmed or not, are the reactions from everyone. People trying to limit those reactions to what they feel are appropriate or not, because they deal with it one way and others deal with it another. For everyone who's worried about being drafted, look, listen, all right? There are so many people that volunteer for this type of stuff. The chances of you actually being drafted are so low, you don't even realize. I know we were all kind of surprised when we turned 18 and we got that sheet of paper saying, sign for selective service. In the event anything happens, we may need you between the ages of, I think, 20 or between the ages of 18 and 26, I believe. Obviously, ignoramus Twitter is going to make everyone who doesn't know anything about this type of stuff feel really anxious about the war. Just remember, it's Twitter. 99% of the information you're going to get from that website, from that application, is false. No one knows shit. And there is a huge dichotomy between people that actually are affected by this thing, are actually affected by it, versus people who have this false perception of peace, as if America doesn't contribute to violence in other nations. I've heard the excuse that I shouldn't be joking about this because real soldiers have to put their feet to the soil over there. And I'm like, the fuck that got to do with me? They're fighting a war, yes, for our freedom, but our freedom never would have been in jeopardy had they not went over there in the first place. All right, let's make a deal. I'll let y'all have the N-word in the rap songs, and we get to get these jokes off about the soldier. It always killed me when I was in grade school, and my teachers were sitting up there telling me, oh, they do this because our enemies are... Wait, whoa, excuse me. Bitch, I'm 7. My only enemy is Robotnik on the last level of Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know anybody over there. Why? Oh, y'all thought I was staying. That's crazy. Y'all thought I was getting drafted? Please, man. I've been looking at Japan for so long. Dubai's looking mad sweet right now. I've been looking to get back in touch with my roots. So, I mean, Africa, It's always been we always been blood right there, man. Like I got a home, you got a home. You got a friend in me. Man, don't care about that right now, bruv. I am over in the UK. That's my new national anthem. My money is already converted. Black Twitter is the greatest thing in the world when it comes to things like this, because people always sit around asking, what do black people take seriously? Why aren't they taking this seriously? You got to realize people, a certain type of people in this country have been through so much already that after a certain point, certain shit just kind of, even when it's not, becomes funny. There's sometimes no better way to cope with a situation or deal with a situation than just making a joke out of it or laughing about it. I remember my mom and my sister and I, we moved to this new neighborhood. It was another hood, in Detroit at the time. And, very next day, the car got stolen. The terrible part about Detroit police is that, like, when they found the car, they found it the next day and waited a year later to tell us they had found it. So that's there right there. Yeah, cool. But the car got stolen immediately the next day. Now, at first, we were like, damn, that's crazy. Then we just started laughing. What are you going to do? Like, there's the only one solution, get another car. Like, for us, there's been no ability to sit back and whine and complain and piss and moan all the time. You just got to get it done. But with this, there's nothing you can do, right? So sitting up here telling people, teenagers specifically, that are probably the most fearful of this and the most anxious about it, telling them specifically not to cope through humor is the most irresponsible thing you could ever do. What am I going to do from a Twitter account, bro? You think if these kids could do something that they wouldn't? Of course they would. But it's out of their hands. It's above me now. You think I'm about to sit here in misery, wallowing in self-pity, while Iran is literally arming a missile? I'm playing. You're going to have people on the far right who thinks Trump's actions were completely justified. You're going to have people on the far left who think soldiers are evil, and every single one of them that are in the position that they're in right now deserve it. They shouldn't be acknowledged, which isn't the case at all. From as non-biased of a perspective as I can possibly give, I didn't do shit, so I'm not suffering, right? If something really pops off and you think I'm kidding about this whole I'm going to Dubai thing, I'm not. I'm gone, okay? Draft, please. What number? My name is not my name. I'm developing an accent. I'm Draking this shit. I know some of you aren't used to facing hardship. Let me just tell you it's going to be okay. Call it intuition. Trump did all this, and at the end of the day, he threw up the set. This man threw up the flag like he just, hey, what about it, I did it. I've seen people over there talking about how they're like, oh, how could he do this to such an innocent man? You don't know anything. Still, that's not grounds for what happened to him. But hey, the world works in mysterious ways, my G. Sometimes you catch a stray. Like a missile is the stray. It's kind of crazy. Y'all shouldn't have went over there the first time. You went over there for some oil talking about WMD. WMD's nuts. That has nothing to do with me. My name is Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow. You think I'm about to miss the third season of You because I'm stomping the yard in Iran? Black Panther 2 just got announced. Imagine playing Call of Duty World War III and you see like your character, you see you as an NPC. That's crazy. This is one of those situations where it's like, it doesn't involve us, even though it affects us. Their government, at the very least, is going to have to posture, give us a strong finger wave, say that's a no-no. If it happens again, we nuking y'all, nigga. It'll be okay. All right? It'll be fine. Just know, if you actually do get drafted, there is no respawn, okay? There's no such thing as a quick scope, okay? I see conservatives with these crazy takes like Trump did nothing wrong. I also see liberals on the other side talking about, oh, my God, what have we done? I don't know what they did. I've been at home most of the day. We didn't do anything. Somebody just said, can't imagine what you and your husband are going through with him still being in active duty and all. Just know I'm here with a future meme. Hey, man, if you voted for Trump, get that suit on, my boy. You going first. I ain't put him in there. You did. That's on you, my guy. I won't be here when you get back. Can we all collectively Naruto run into the battlefield? Just know, again, you're not an anime character. You will die. That's really it, man. I try my best to just let life go. I've of course, prayers and thoughts go out to everyone who's there, but at the same time, I can't live my life trying to control things that are out of my hands. So we'll see what happens. But until next time,